Afternoon. It is the afternoon experiment. I'm Emanuel Livingston. I am with you like for 10 minutes. No, I'm only coming on because I said I would come on. I said I would, and I try to be a man of my word. But I just walked in the house from the dentist, and everything is good. But I said I would come on and say hi, so I wanted to come on and say hi. Just really quick, I wanted to say Herschel Walker, he paying for abortions, and but he's running against abortions, and that is just craziness. Just the sheer craziness of the man. But I mean, who didn't know that the number one, he not that bright. Nobody really want to say it, but Herschel Walker, he kind of seemed like a big dummy. He kind of seemed like a big dummy. Now, look, for all I know, he could be brilliant and tricking us all, but he seemed like a big dummy. So it's not a shock that there's somebody in his ear telling him stuff to say, and he's translating it as best as he can. But y'all, there's still a chance that he'll win. There is still a chance that he'll win because it's not about ideas. It's not about any of that kind of stuff. It's just about politics. So the man who is anti-abortion in every circumstance except for when he want a chick to get an abortion, a woman. I'm sorry, people don't like when I say a chick, but when he want a woman to get an abortion, then abortion is okay. Well, okay, he say he didn't do it. He just give $700 checks to people and send them Goodwill cards all the time. That's just what he does. Come on. Nobody's falling for that. Nobody's falling for that. Even the Republicans who will vote for him, they're not falling for that. We all know. We all know what it is, and it is what it is. I'm kind of trying to blaze through these because I'm late and I don't want to run into Wyatt's time. Um, what else was it? What else was it that I wanted to talk about? Oh, the young woman who slept with her baby. Look, I'm hearing people talk about how this woman is such a horrible person and so on and so forth. And okay, yeah. Killing babies is not good. Killing babies is not good. I can't argue that. I can't argue that. But I'll be honest. When my kids was little, we slept in the bed with them from time to time. I'm not like a hard sleeper. So if I roll over on sometimes I fall asleep with the Apple TV remote. It's little, it's tiny, it's thin. When I roll over on it, it wakes me up. I don't like stuff. So, if you are like that, if you that kind of sleeper, I guess technically I'm supposed to say, don't co-sleep. It's bad. But I'll be honest, I can't say that. I did it. And the baby didn't die. So it's not a matter of, oh, you can't sleep with your babies, and you got to know you enough to know apparently she's a rough sleeper. She can roll over on a baby and stay asleep. If you are that person, no, you can't sleep with a baby. No, you can't sleep with a baby. But just to act like everybody who's ever co-slept, that's the new term for it. Everybody who's ever co-slept is evil. No, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Um, I got the people saying hi, and y'all know me. I gotta say hi to the people. Uh, hey, Brandy, Diane. Good afternoon. Angela, good afternoon. I can't put it up. They won't put it up when you put up the, you know, things. Um, Anthony, good afternoon. Scott says, what's up, everybody? Diane, good afternoon. She into it. Um, Don, hello. Renita, hello. Erica, good afternoon. My OSHA, good afternoon. Robert, Robert Willis. What's up with you? Nat Turner. All right, there you are, Angela. Wyatt is cleaning up after the hurricane and doesn't have Wi-Fi. Really? I haven't had a chance to check him out this week, so interesting. AJ, I hope everything's all right. I mean, he cleaning up, so I mean, everything is all right. AJ, greetings. He's calling, kind of checking in from Wyoming. Diane, a light sleeper. Oh, hold on. Kenny, peace and love. Quintano, what's up? Sean, hey, what's up? What's up? All right. Uh, talking about the little baby. Also, I have a different take on the Miami Dolphins quarterback, Tua, however you pronounce his last name. I don't want to butcher it, but he's from Alabama, right? And I finally watched the video of him, I guess getting thrown down. Didn't look like too hard of a shot. The finger thing, did look a little weird. Alert. This is a trigger alert. If you are easily triggered, don't pay any attention to what I'm about to say. If you are easily triggered, don't pay any attention to what I'm about to say. I'm not feeling bad for him. Right now, I'm not feeling bad for anybody in the NFL who get injured. And I know I hear all of the talk. Oh, concussion protocol, and they should be in some trouble because they supposed to look out for the players. And, he had a concussion apparently the week before, so this was a bad thing, and he shouldn't have been in there anyway, and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Look, I don't wish bad on anybody. Scott said his doctor got fired. I don't care. I don't wish bad on him. But he ain't got no business out there anyway. He should be boycotting. They should all be boycotting. The NFL showed y'all, and somebody said, well, he ain't black. He black. They look at him as a black man. Well, but he Hawaiian, but I don't care. They look at him as a black man. And the NFL showed y'all a few years ago how they feel about black men. They don't care about your black A. It says October 24th. Is that what it says? I don't know why it says that. Thank you, Janice. Yeah, I just was going to let me just keep going. And wasn't going to say nothing. Thank you, Janice. There we go. All right, I changed it. I don't know if y'all can see the change or not, but thank you. But yeah, they don't care about you. They don't care about your black ass. So they don't care about your head trauma. They don't care about your issues in the world. They don't care about you being able to exercise your voice and use the platform. They don't care about you. They told you that they don't care about you. They sent you a warning to let you know that they don't care about you. So what make you or anybody else think that they supposed to care about your head trauma? They want your black ass out there entertaining them. Get out there and entertain me. Dance. So you out there, you getting paid big dollars to dance. Get out there and dance. A part of the hazard of playing football is you might get concussed. You took that on when you took the job. And when you specifically took a job with a company that said, we don't care about you or your people. So whatever happens, happens. I don't feel bad for him. Or anybody in the NFL who gets injured. You ain't got no business playing. What kind of computer you got that don't automatically update date and time? The computer does, But on Restream, I have to go in and put in the different things I have to put in the title and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't automatically put in the title because that date is just the date that I put in. That's just another space for a description. So that's that. Um, I don't know why it did not give me his old equipment. That's funny. Um, yeah, I've been looking for a barber. I'm looking for a barber. Like this barber has to be super duper skilled. Like, normally I got some clippers and I just cut my hair. I do a nice little even Steven, kind of cut this down, whatever. But I'm looking for a barber. I need a good, but not just a good barber. Like I need like a master barber. So, help me out with some ideas. I know Jay, Big J, he used to be on there. And I have to see. I have to see. Angela says, that's harsh, but okay. What's harsh about it? Somebody said it was hateful. It's not hateful. I'm not wishing bad on him. I'm just saying, if you don't care enough about you and your people to stand with somebody when the company says we don't care about you, then why should I care about you? Why should I care about you? Man, that's where I am. Ted's Barbershop on Gilbert. Whereabout is that on Gilbert? I went to a barbershop on Gilbert once. It's like almost across the street from the Greenwich or the Greenwich. It's almost across the street from there. I'm not saying that they're not good, but I got a special case here. Yeah, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. This, this is a special case. This ain't just some regular old hair that anybody can just get up in there and cut it. It do weird stuff, and they wasn't ready for it. They wasn't ready. So so you know, I need a good barber. Um, Scott says his barber. He'll text me later. All right, I appreciate that. What else? There was something else. But anyway, so they're saying that the young lady who slept on allegedly slept on the baby. They're saying that well now she's on the run or something. That's what they're saying. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Don says a hair conference is this Sunday. I will send you a flyer. Okay, send me a flyer. Janice, she got jokes talking about is it the shape of the head? No, it's not the shape of the head. It's the hair. The hair is see this ain't gonna make no sense. Even when I tell some barbers this, they're like, I don't know what that means. And then once they start cutting, so they dismiss what I'm saying as if they know my head better than I do. And I'll be trying to give them a heads up because I want a decent haircut. But I tell them my hair is spaced far apart. It's spaced far apart. So when you go to cut and you think you just cutting a little bit, a whole lot gonna come off because it's spaced far apart. That throws them. Then of course the hairline. I mean the hairline is what the hairline is. And what they like to do, here, let me show you. That's the furthest other side. Furthest point back here. What they like to do is come across here. They like to come across here. Because, they barbers. They want a straight hairline. So they like, oh, that's kind of far back right there. So if we bring it here and then just go across here and then bring it here and go across here, look at all that extra hair that they be leaving. So then when it start growing back, it just looks horrible. It looks horrible. And then, oh, well, your hairline receding. My hairline is not receding. It's not. My hairline has been this same hairline. I got a picture of me in, I think, the third grade, and I got a picture of me in the seventh grade. It's the exact same. The exact same. And I keep telling them it's not receding, that's just the way it is. You got to deal with it. I give them instructions. You go, I'm kind of looking, everything is reversed as I'm looking at the picture. But you got to kind of go across there to, ghost, a ghost hairline. That's the way you got to do it. And both sides ain't going to be the same because, hold on, because this side come back a little further. So you got to do that here. And then this side don't do that. So they not going to be the exact same. They not going to be the exact same. People don't be wanting to listen. Myosha says that third grade picture of you is cute and hilarious at the same time. The picture that you're talking about is the seventh grade picture. That is not the third grade picture. You've not seen the third grade picture. That picture, the black and white picture, that's seventh grade. That was me in the seventh grade. And yes, space far apart. It's hard to explain it to them. And when I tell them that space far apart, what does that even mean? Like, you might not be the right barber. You might not be the right barber. No, I know what I'm doing. I get a lot of free haircuts because they don't do it right. And then like, this is not, you jack me up. Oh, dog, you ain't got to pay for it. I'm not going to pay for it. So I get a lot of free haircuts, but they're not good. They're not good haircuts. So I'm kind of trying to, it's growing out, and I could go upstairs and I could cut it right now. And it would be, cut down low and, do all of this. I could do all of that right now. But I'm trying to move into a space where I got to find a barber that I can trust. I got to find a barber that I can trust. I'm not getting no lace front. Oh. Yes, I'm talking to men who've been to barber school and stumping them. Y'all don't understand. It's hard out here. If I had nice, straighter, wavier hair, willies, just natural, I wouldn't have no problem. But everybody can cut that. Everybody can cut that. Just go bald. I'm not going bald. My head, the shape of my head on the top, I went bald when I was in high school. And just the shape of my head on the top is just not, it's not good for bald. Bald, if you got a smooth head, bald is good. When your head do this, bald is not good. Bald is not good. Kenny talking about go bald, women love it. Women, but first, I got a woman. And she loved me. But women like a decent looking bald. Not just, no. What else was it? What else was it that I wanted to talk about? Oh, I did have to mention this because I got offended today watching the Lincoln Ware show. I might have to stop supporting Lincoln Ware. He going back to accusing me of sabotage. I don't like that. If you want to take a shot at me, okay, that's cool. Take a shot at me. I don't care about that. My feelings, don't get bothered by that. But you accusing me of sabotage? He accused me of intentionally deleting audio to make his show and that radio station worse. Or at least to not have it. And I'm like, hold on. I put all of that MF audio in there. And I did have an opportunity to delete it. But I didn't. Trying to be honorable. And if Raven calls me, or if I hear something, I've done this. I've heard something, and I'll call Raven or I'll call Terrence and I'll say, Hey, there's an audio clip in there of blah, 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 blah. Here is where it is. Here is what it's titled. Next time that happened, play that. Just, I like talk radio. I like to be entertained. That stuff is entertaining to me. But to say I sabotaged them, I sabotaged? I did. Me. Hold on. What you doing back there? Okay. Me sabotage? It bothered me. So I might have to stop supporting him. Janice says, don't tell me you're sensitive. Not you. You can definitely dish it out. I've never accused Lincoln Ware or anybody else without some proof of attempting to harm someone or something. And it's not, I don't like that. I don't like that, especially if I'm, you know what I'm saying, going above and beyond to help you. And then you talking about I'm trying to stop. It's like me seeing you stranded on the street because you ran out of gas. Me, and it's cold and snow. Yvonne about to have her little truck come by and bring you some food, that kind of thing. And I'm like, you know what? Here, let me pull over. Here, get in. I got a gas can in the back. Let's go to the store. I'll get, $5 worth of gas. I got a big gas can. I got $5 worth of gas, and let's put it in and drive you back and get out there in the cold and fill it up. And you like, oh, I got a flat tire too. And I'm like, all right, here, let me get down here in the snow and change your tire. And then you finally, oh, thank you. That was so nice of you. I appreciate you. Blah, blah, blah. And then you go home and then you start telling people, yeah, he sabotaged me. What? I didn't do nothing but help you. Yeah, girl, you should have seen him out there trying to make my situation worse. What are you talking about? Yeah, that would bother me. And then the next time I saw you out there, I might intentionally drive by that puddle to splash some water on you. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that. Then say he was joking. No, he wasn't. I know joking and I know not joking. He wasn't. Yeah, I don't like that stuff. Don't do that. So I was bothered by that. Matter of fact, I had just called Terrence earlier in the day and asked him like, "Hey, yo, bro, look in the Vox Pro. It's a audio. It's titled Yvonne Business Plan." That's the thing where she was gonna be driving around giving people food if they broke down on the road. And he was like, "Oh, I didn't know that still existed." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I ain't delete nothing. All that stuff is still there. You just gotta know where to find it." But I figured somebody brought it up and she called in. So, maybe play it on the break or something like that. He was like, "All right." He didn't play it, but he was like, "All right, I'll look for it." I'm always trying to help Dingas out. And Dingas gotta talk shit. I don't like that. But let me see. Anything else? Oh, there was something else that I wanted to discuss. Oh, there's a new cancer treatment. There's a new cancer treatment out there. Um, Again, I'm trying to hurry up. Would you trade herpes for cancer? Would you trade herpes for cancer? If I told you, you got full blown cancer, and they done told you, ain't nothing we can do. Ain't nothing we can do. You got this much time left. But I told you I can give you some herpes and it'll cure your cancer. Would you roll with it? Would you roll with it? Well, hold on, let me see if I can find this story. See if I can find this story because I had this story a while ago. Hold on, I gotta type it in so I can read this story to y'all. It's not quite. All right. This is from 5 days ago. Are they gonna let me read this? They try to make me sign up. Oh no, I'm not signing up for that. Maybe I'll go here. A man's cancer vanished after he was injected with a weakened herpes virus in a promising clinical trial. I see this stuff and I figure it's interesting, just stuff that people should know. There's no topic attached to it. You know, I'm kind of being facetious with the question, would you trade herpes for cancer? Because they're not giving you herpes as we know it. A new cancer therapy that uses a modified herpes virus to attack tumor cells showed promise in early clinical trials abroad. The drug, called RP2, completely obliterated one patient's oral cancer. The 39-year-old told the BBC he had cancer of the salivary glands, which continued to grow despite attempts at treatment. He was preparing for the end of his life when he learned about the experimental drug, which was available through a phase 1 study trial at the Institute for Cancer Research in the UK. After a short course of the drug, the patient, it's a whole lot of consonants. Wojcicki, his Krzysztof Wojcicki. It's a lot of consonants. I don't know which ones to pronounce and which ones not. Of West London, has been cancer-free for 2 years and counting. Other patients in the trial saw their tumors shrink, although the majority did not have a significant change. 3 out of 9 patients who were given the trial drug alone, and 7 out of 30 who received a combined treatment appeared to benefit from the experimental therapy. While more research needs to be done to see how RP2 compares to known therapies, the drug seemed to help patients and only cause mild side effects such as tiredness. These early results are promising, said John Zager of the Moffitt Cancer Center, who was not involved in the trial. He says, we'll see some more studies done in the very near future, and I'm excited, certainly not disheartened or skeptical. Now, what they're doing, it's a modified virus. And they say this experimental therapy involves a weakened form of herpes simplex, the virus that causes cold sores. And it's been modified to only infect tumors. According to results presented at a medical conference in Paris, the viral therapy is engineered to selectively enter cancer cells while leaving normal cells alone. It's injected directly into the tumor. And while most cancer drugs work systemically, once this one has infiltrated, the virus replicates itself until the cancer cells explode. And they say what's unique about RP2 is that it delivers a 1-2 punch against tumors, not only destroying the cell, but rallying the immune system to attack what's left. Yeah. They say it works similarly to TVEC, which is a viral therapy that was approved to treat advanced skin cancer in 2015. TVEC was also engineered based on the herpes simplex virus and modified to include a gene that stimulates the production of immune cells. They say these viral therapies hold great promise in treating multiple forms of cancer with truly impressive treatment responses observed in patients with advanced esophageal cancer and a rare type of eye cancer. The results are even more impressive considering that the patients recruited for clinical trials typically have tried several other treatments and surgeries to remove their cancers. Many, like the dude with all the consonants, were out of options when they heard about RP2. Like they had told him, we done all we can do. You got however long to live. It's over. They said we have tumors that are heavily pretreated and they respond favorably to RP2. And that's even more food for thought in the sense that now we have tumors that were resistant to treatment and are responding. So what you think about that? What you think about that? I, I Then people saying don't believe it, don't believe it. If you are, you know what I'm saying, we done at the point of we've tried everything that we can. You got this long to live. Shoot some herpes. You know, all right. Shoot some herpes up in there. Do whatever you got to do. And if I'm alive 2 years later when I wasn't supposed to be, but I don't know. I just sharing information, a story that I ran across, and I thought I would share it with y'all. And so that's what I did. It's something that you can look into yourself because people are saying, like, hey, no, that's not. Okay. I'm not telling you that it's a cure for cancer. I'm just letting you know the information that's out there so that you can see what's out there. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. Hold on. There was another story that I had. Uh, no, not that one. Oh, the rapper. What's his name? I want to be respectful. I have no idea who he is. P&B Rock. I saw an interview that he did before he died. Talked about being followed around and all of that kind of stuff, and the people robbing people and the dangers of it, and how he really not trying to get caught up in that. And I kind of followed it just a little bit, but apparently the people who killed him was like a family, like a man, his wife, and his 17-year-old son was the actual gunman. And they say that the 17-year-old, with the way that my understanding of the story, the way I understand it is, because people were saying, I guess his girlfriend, fiance, whatever she was, said, hey, put how you can tell people where you are on your social media. And said, we had Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and they believed that that was what let people know that they were there. But some other stories have come out. Some other stories have come out and said, no, there was somebody else there who, I guess, told the father in this scenario that I'm talking about. And then the father called his wife and his son. It's not his wife's son. It's the wife's stepson. It's a child he had before he married her. And they decided we're going to rob him. And so they sent the 17-year-old in there. I think the father was the getaway driver. So they sent the 17-year-old in. This is according to the story, a few stories that I read. And he shot him once in the chest. He fell down. Then he shot him twice in the back and then took his jewelry off of him. And then they fled. I'm like, people are getting these 17-year-olds. What's new about it, I guess? But it's still shocking to me. Somebody would get their 17-year-old and say, hey, we about to rob this dude. Shoot him. Take his jewelry. Look, I might be a criminal. I'm not. But I might be a criminal. I might be a liar. I might be a thief. I might be a cheater. I might be any number of things you want to name. But my duty is to protect my child. I'm not dragging my child into this. If I'm gonna rob a bank, I'ma rob a bank. Me and my boys might rob a bank. Me and some dudes I just met might rob a bank. I guess if I'm really down with it, me and my wife might rob a bank if she down. But no, the boy got to stay at home. He ain't got nothing to do with this. That's your job as a father. You know why I'm robbing the bank? I'm robbing the bank so he can have a better life. So he don't have to rob banks when he grow up. I know it never work out that way, but I'm just saying. You're not coming with me to rob the bank. You're not coming with me to rob the rapper. And you the gunman. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. And again, this is all alleged. They ain't been convicted of nothing. But I believe it. I believe it. And it makes me sad. It makes me sad. I mean, look, I get sad when I hear about, people sending their kids in to help them do little scams and stuff like that. That's terrible. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to bring your child up in that life. You're not. But that's different than putting a gun in their hand and saying, go rob him. And if he don't give up the jewels, shoot him and take it. That's horrible. Horrible. If that man and that stepmother is found to have done this, I'm almost at the point where I say, have mercy on the 17-year-old. But at 17, you know what you're doing. At 17, and you probably so far gone, the fact that you would shoot the man in the chest. Like once he collapsed, I'm imagining you could probably take the jewelry without delivering the other 2 shots to the back. But for you to be like, I shot him in the chest, he fell, so I had to finish the job and shoot him 2 more times in the back and then take the jewelry off his dead body. You might be a little too far gone. But definitely, pops and stepmom, man, that's a life sentence if you ask me. Y'all know I don't believe in the death penalty. But that's a life sentence if you ask me. Not just for the murder, but for what you did to your son. Because now your son got to live the rest. He might not care. He might not care. But he got to live the rest of his life knowing I killed somebody because pops and stepmom sent me in there to do it. And even though people who don't care, I believe, might not be true. I'm just saying I believe that stuff weigh on people. I believe that stuff weigh on people. Eventually, somewhere down the line, I believe that stuff weigh on you. And that's a weight that I would never want to put on anybody, let alone my 17-year-old son. Just awful. Just awful. Angela says, unfortunately, we're going to see more of this. Oh, I know. TC says, I'm not sure this is what TC was talking about. The worst is yet to come. TC's having a conversation with some other people, so I'm not sure if that's what she was talking about. But, all right, y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I do have to say, I had a pleasant experience at the dentist. And I have to admit, I feel a little bit like a traitor. I I worked at a radio station for a while. And while I was working at the radio station, my dentist, black man, he passed away. He died. Probably close to 2 years ago. He died. So I've been looking for a dentist. And I was looking for a black dentist. But, you know what I'm saying? I probably gotta get his teeth clean. I get a checkup, get your teeth clean. And I'm like, and my mouth, I'm feeling like yuck mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't had a cleaning. So I went on ahead and called. And plus, I don't have a job, in the traditional job sense. So I don't have dental insurance. So I said, let me call Aspen Dental. I called Aspen Dental. I love to support black people. I love to support black people. And I know I shouldn't have to look, but sometimes in order to support black, you gotta look high and low, far and wide. And then you hey, I ain't got no insurance. And they're like, oh, because I called some black dentists. I'm like, I don't have no insurance. I'm gonna have to pay cash for everything. Oh, well, who are these people who don't accept cash? Don't do the service if I don't have the cash. Well, we really liked it. So I had to go to Aspen Dental. And believe it or not, they did me good. They treated me nice and fair and, did everything, the exam. Oh, you got great teeth. I'm like, thank you. I mean, I had an idea that, my teeth wasn't all broke down. I just need a cleaning. And that lady, I don't remember her last name. Her name was Nikki. Well, I got some issues with Nikki's, a lot of times, almost every chick I ever met named Nikki. Some issues, but hold on, somebody calling. CK?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing,
Mr.
sir?
Livingston. Hey man, I had to call you, man. You was dropping some gems on that medical report. You know that was fascinating, wasn't it?
If you say so.
Yeah. You said that was a cure for cancer, possibly, right?
That's what they said. It's a treatment. Let me say that. It's a treatment. I won't go on the line out on the limb and say they said it was a cure. They said it's promising treatment thus far.
And see, that's the type of information, you have to get to the community. You know what I mean? Because like you said, we might overlook that on page 7 of the Inquirer while they doing all the cutbacks. You know what I mean? So, but I called in about what you said about the P&B Rock family killers. Now, do you think? Remember, that's the woman is. I think you might be a little harsh on her for life because she's an accessory after the fact. She wasn't part of the scheme. She is the one that burned up her car because he used her car. So, do you think that's worthy of life if she's not a part of the initial scheme, accessory after the fact?
I'm considering.
Would you give her 5? Would you give her 5 or 10, or give her probation? How you feel about it?
No, definitely not probation. Not 5 or 10. I'm sorry, somebody was murdered. Let me tell you this, CK. I was about to lie. But I'm not covering up murder for you. I'm not covering up murder. I'm not burning out my car to destroy evidence and all of that kind of stuff. Now, look, I might not turn you in. I might not turn. If Mrs. Livingston came home right now and said, babe, I just had the murderer in, I'd be like, what? First, what happened? And then if she like, man, that bee had on some shoes that I just had to have. So I killed her and I took her shoes. First, we not gonna make it. You killing people for shoes. We not gonna make it. I love you,
Right, right,
but you's a murderer. You're moralizing
right.
people. No. And but number two, I might not turn you in because I do love you. But
Hmm.
I'm not destroying no evidence for you. I'm not doing that. It's not happening. So do she deserve, maybe she don't deserve life. Maybe she don't deserve life. But 5, 10 years ain't enough. Somebody dead. And you tried to cover it up.
But we can give the father son life and hit her with the 5 ball. But you're saying 5 is too lenient?
No, give her maybe 20. Give her 20.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo. That's that boy Lawrence, boy. Okay, okay. But I just want you to understand when you said he hit him once and then when he fell down, I just want you to understand the shoes in your hypothetical or the jury and what happened to PNB. That's just the excuse to murder. I think really they after his life, but they use the material things to hide the factor of what they really want is his soul
Hmm.
because of their
That's kind of deep,
jealousy
CK.
and envy.
That's kind of
Uh,
deep. I don't know that I agree with that. If that were the case, do you really, I mean, after, do you really need an excuse? You just walk up to people and kill them and take nothing. I really
yeah,
believe, I really believe that there are people who value things over life. And so, yeah, if flashing things, they want your things. They want your car. They want your jewelry. They want your money. They want the things and they'll kill you to get it. I don't necessarily believe that I just want to kill somebody.
no, because you got to think. Okay, if it's a robbery, boom, I'm just gonna take his thing. If you hesitate, you're gonna hit him with the it's gonna be a pistol whip. But if you're a murder robbery, you're kind of using that as a way to hide your killing instinct. Because like you said, it's a way you got to drop on him. So boom, you catch him with that pistol to the face. All right, he know you ain't playing. But I think when you pull that trigger and then you hit him twice more when he on the ground, you are proving the fact of what you really wanted was his life. Because you could have just hit it, you could have just pistol whipped him, but you hit him again around proves the fact you wanted that man dead. You wanted that body on your under your belt. You needed that body.
Look,
That's why you hit him twice.
I can't say that what you're saying doesn't, have some reason and or twisted logic to it. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's possible. It's possible.
And remember, that's why you're not gonna even rob. Remember, you were talking about I'm robbing the bank for your future. You're not gonna even rob the bank because your logic, like you said, there is no future in your front, as MC Breeze said. We got to do it the hard way because this robbery game. Remember, we've been preaching this for 20 years. We preach against violence because we know it's a two-way street, either penitentiary or the cemetery. So, like you said, if you going in here with robbery, you're not looking at success. You're looking at fire, hell. You know what I mean? You're trying to hit a quick lick because you're trying. Well, he got all this jewelry on his neck, but it's worth nothing. All that is worth is a lifetime in prison, as you say, or possibly the death penalty in California. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And your son following your footsteps in that gang lifestyle. You know what I mean? That's why we have to preach against joining these street gangs because this is what they're about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're about taking black life, and we got to make it clear that you're right. I could be wrong, but that's my thing. I teach to the youth to try to steer them away. I say, look, they just joining the gang to take black life. They want to be like the Ku Klux Klan. They're not joining the gang for good things. They just join it. Listen, we just want to kill each other.
All
You
right.
know what I mean?
Look, I'm not. I can't say that that's not true. I don't know. It's something. I believe that exists. That's what I'll say. That does exist. I believe that. I just.
And man, you've been preaching, and you remember, you've been on these airways for over 20 years preaching nonviolence, fatherhood, motherhood. All we preaching is family. So all we got to do is, we know we're on the same, we're preaching, we're soldiers of the same struggle. We're trying to go against this, and we got to mentally teach the youth, listen, let's come together because success is out there and it's attainable. We don't have to murder, because like you said it in this on this platform today. You said you have to live with that. You have to own up to what you did, and you got to live with that life. And you're destroying a lot of lives when you murder your own people and murder, a fellow American. You know what I mean? A lot of people being affected, and I'm just proud of you using your platform in the right way to steer the youth into education and into college. You're getting these kids into the medical field. I think you're doing a wonderful job educating the youth of Cincinnati, Mr. Livingston, and I'm proud of you, sir.
All right, CK. Hey, I appreciate
You
your
have
call.
a great.
Hey,
Much
you
love
still
to you, brother.
you still with us, man. I don't know what was going on, but I'm glad to hear from you.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. I can't give up, like you said. If I give up, I'm giving up on who? Myself, my kids. I got people that love me. You know what I mean? I care about trying to influence the community in the right way. And it's a lot of pain and we getting affected by these murders. And when one of our people, like the closest person to you, get killed, it affects you tremendously. And it leads to depression and sometimes suicide. And we got to stay strong to try to lead the youth into entertaining thing. And I just that's why I'm going with you on this, man. Positive vibes all the way.
All
Put
right.
God first. Have faith in the youth. Education is the only way to the truth.
CK, I appreciate your call.
Appreciate you.
All right. That's CK. All right. Yeah, y'all know I do believe in nonviolence. I really do. Hold on. I got another call coming in. TC. TC?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
I was asking you, did you hear about the white lady that killed the 4 black women? She was like on a killing spree.
No, when was this?
That I don't know, but it's floating around on YouTube.
But no, I didn't. I'll look into it if that's the case.
Yeah,
Of course, that's horrible.
look into it. Yeah, they only gave her a year for each body, so she only got 4 years.
Okay. Where was this?
I don't know that either. I was at work and I was flicking with the TV and I just came past it and I put it on capture so I can read a little bit and I got the tail end of it.
Okay.
And don't be talking about you about to leave us. You got us all ready to chat and everything. You sit here till about 6:30.
No, I got to go. I got to go.
No, you don't.
Yes,
You
I
shouldn't
do.
have came in the first place then if you got to go.
Hey, I made a promise. I said I'm going to the dentist, and when I get out, I'm going on air. And I try to be a man of my word.
But you ain't finna sit here for about no 25, 30 minutes. Everybody coming in, speaking, hey, how you doing? And you talking about, well, y'all, I got to go.
I do. I had to go, DC. Hey, I
All right,
appreciate
bye.
your call.
I'll talk to you tomorrow then.
All
Bye.
right, TC. That was TC. Y'all know I do have to get out of here. I do have to get out of here at some point. But no, I didn't see that story. So I will definitely look into it. I'll check it out and give you my thoughts on it. That's really all I can do. I'm just here to give you my thoughts on it and listen to your thoughts. Let me see. There was something else that I was saying something when CK called. I don't remember. I don't remember what I was saying. Jeannie says, "Oh wow, did you just come on at 4:45?" It was about 4:45. That was when I got home from the dentist. That's what I was talking about, the dentist. Hold on, let me finish talking about Nikki. Nikki at the dentist. Nikki hooked me up. She gave me one of the best cleanings. And Nikki was not a white woman. Nikki was uh I don't know how to I don't want to mischaracterize her. She was Asian, but like maybe like a Polynesian Asian. She was but she hooked me up. She gave me a good cleaning. She gave me a good cleaning. Can't beat that. Um Jeannie says, "Are you on Facebook?" I am on Facebook. Yes. Yes, I am. But I did feel a little bit like a traitor just because I am very much pro black business, black dentists, black all of that kind of stuff. I'm very much pro that. You know, just take my money, take my cash. Take my cash. Like I don't understand how that's bothersome to people. Or not accepting new patients. I'm paying straight cash. What you mean you ain't accepting new patients? I don't understand. I don't get that. So I want to support the brothers and sisters, but at some point, I think I got to get his teeth clean. You know what I'm saying? From whoever. Oh, uh, Brent, I should have took a road trip down to Dallas. He could have hooked you up with his dentist, whose father was a Tuskegee Airman, and then we could have visited Grand Prairie. Oh. um, Nat says it's hard to find black business sometimes, like the NFL. I don't understand what that means, like the NFL. I don't know what you mean. See, they would make a difference if they just said for 2 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever they wanted. Really, really, whatever they wanted, they could get it. Who you talking about? Dr. Poole, my oldest daughter is one of his dental assistants, and they are very busy. I called a number of different black dentists, and apparently they're all very busy. How they so busy? They don't. None of them advertise. I don't understand. I don't understand. But I mean, I'm glad they busy. I'm glad they making that money. But just I'm paying straight cash, and you ain't got time to take my money. I gotta walk around with tartar buildup. No. Jeannie says, good evening, everyone. It's close to evening. I think evening starts at 6. If you ask me, evening starts at 6. Um, what else? What else? Yeah, Dr. Poole is well known. When I was asking about this, because I was at Dr. Turner. I was at Dr. Turner. And when I was asking about another African American dentist to kick it with, people was like, what about Dr. Poole? Kenny got all the natural remedies. Swish my mouth with coconut oil. If I swish my mouth with coconut oil, you telling me I won't have any plaque or tartar? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I'm not saying that it's a lie. I'm just saying I don't believe it. Plus, I don't like coconut. I don't like coconut, so I won't be doing that. I just be going to the dentist. And if I had to go back to Aspen Dental, then I'll go back to Aspen Dental. Hold on. Everybody, they're going by so fast. Dr. Hewitt is a great dentist. Okay. All right. Smoke a little weed, no pain. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Somebody talking about Sierra out of Boston, right? Massachusetts. Talking about me and Lincoln should have a beer summit. I'ma just call him. I'ma just call him and I'ma fuss at him like, bro, you can't be doing that. And he gonna laugh, which is gonna end up making me laugh, unless he get real heated. And then I'm gonna be like, hey, and then that's gonna all go sideways. But I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him. Y'all, I don't know that I have a whole lot else that I wanted to discuss. I don't know that I have a whole lot else that I wanted to discuss. There was a few stories that I saw, but nothing that I really wanted to get into. I'm kind of glancing through. Oh, somebody ran into Alabama fish. I must be the only person in Cincinnati, maybe in the world, that don't like Alabama fish. It's too, there's nothing, it's greasy and it's not delicious to me. I think I'm the only one, but I don't care for, I don't necessarily want somebody to ram into the place because I don't particularly care for the fish. But when I go down there, when I've gone down there, I can't say the service was amazing. The little counter and here's a penny. I'm gonna slide you a penny. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing didn't really feel amazing to me as far as service goes. What if I wanna sit down and eat my grease wrapped in fish? You know what I'm saying? What if I wanna say I can't sit down and eat it? I feel like they like, hurry up, get in here. Here, take the grease. Get out, hurry up, get out. Come on. Get your grease. No, get out. That's how I feel when I've gone there, where it's like, get in, get out. Hurry up, get in, get out. Don't take too much time. You know what I'm saying? Here's your penny. Look, if you like it, I'm down with it. I don't wish bad on them as a business. So I hope they, recover quickly. I do wonder if it was black owned, would black people support it like they support Alabama? Or Alabama's, I'm sorry. I think it's Alabama's fish bar. I think there is an actual S on the end. I don't know. And there is some psychological something to that, if you ask me. I don't think it's just because of where it is. Because again, I would argue, and it would be an argument. There's no way for me to prove it. There's no way to disprove it. But I would argue if Alabama fish, it might be no S. Somebody tell me, is there an S in the Alabama portion of the Alabama fish bar? Is it Alabama's fish bar or is it Alabama fish bar? But I wonder if they were black owned. Would people support it like they do? I think if it were black owned, people would complain about it. I think they would complain about the service. They were so nasty down there. They would complain. They would complain about the grease. They would complain about they herding us in like cattle and herding us out. I think if it were black owned, I think that's what people would do. Again, I'm not telling you not to support it. If you like the fish, go get the fish. Eat the fish, anime. If you like the fish, go get the fish. I just don't know that people would be lined up like they be lined up. Even though I have to say I ain't been down there in a minute, so I don't know if they still lined up once they reopen. Is there, and I'm this is a question I'm asking. I'm asking the question. Is there a black business in Cincinnati where you see people lined up around the corner to support that business? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know of one, but maybe there is. Is there a black business in Cincinnati that people line snaking around the corner to support? Kenny says no. No. Anybody? Can anybody think of one? A black business where people line up around the corner to support. Jeannie says, are the people even from Alabama, like Alabama Q and Clifton? Lee says, nope, not a one. TC says, I should have a fish fry. Would y'all come? I would sell fish dinners for $7 and a sandwich for $5. With a pop. Okay. Jeannie says, Wing Champ. The people, again, I'm asking. I've been to Wing Champ a few times because y'all know I love and support Liz. So I've been there a number of times. I ain't never seen nobody lined up around the corner to get up in there, though. Maybe I'm not going at the right times. Is that, Jeannie, are you saying that people do that for Wing Champ? Jason says, just cooking in Bond Hill. Okay, I've been, not since she been to Bond Hill, I haven't been there. So people line up around the corner to get into her restaurant. Jason, is that what you're saying? And I'm not challenging you like, is that what you're saying? I'm asking, like legit, is that what happens there? McConnell says, black folk want to hook up too much. I don't know if I agree with that. I used to kind of subscribe to that theory. But as I pay attention, black people willing to pay. Black people willing to pay. I don't really think that's it. Adoption Center says the rib tip spot at Reading Road and Ridgeway. Now, are y'all, when y'all name these, y'all not just naming black places, y'all saying this is a place where you see people line up around the corner to get in and support that black-owned business. Is that what y'all saying? Kenny says, Trick Daddy restaurant, not here though. Let me see. Diane says, I don't care for Wingstop. Well, Wingstop ain't bad. But I think she's talking about Wing Champ, not Wingstop. Jason says, Alabama overrated and tastes bad. I don't care for it. I don't know that it tastes bad just because I don't care for it. Apparently it tastes really good to a lot of people. Diane says, Wing Champ was packed when we went. I don't know if I would go back because it was packed. Jason says, yes. I hate going sometimes for the wait. He's talking about just cooking. Okay. Well, good. That's good to know. That's good to know. I went there talking about just cooking. And I didn't actually meet that lady. But I love them salmon croquettes. I love salmon croquettes, one of my favorite things to eat. One of my favorite things to eat. All right, Terrence just saying something in my imaginary ear because you have to know Terrence. Um, salmon croquettes one of my favorite things to eat, and I liked her food. Do it still taste like it tasted down when she was in the West End? Or because sometimes I don't know why, but when people move from one location to another location, something happened to the food, the quality of the food or something, and it just don't be the same. Kenny says Richie's on Coleraine be jumping. Long line. Ain't all the Richie's closed now? I haven't been past the one on Coleraine, but I know the one on Vine Street and Whooper, that's closed down. I know the one on Red Road is closed down. I haven't been downtown and I haven't been in Coleraine. Ain't all of the Richie's closed down? And I was Richie's black owned? I don't know. What condiments do you like on your croquettes? If you got a nice little, there's a little gravy that my mama used to make that was delicious. Um, it was like a kind of a yellowish, actually almost the color of his shirt, gravy, and it would have like some little green flakes of stuff in it. I don't know what it was. I'm not no cook, but it would have stuff in it. Other than that, I just eat it plain. Give me some salmon croquettes and rice. I'm good. I don't need no nothing else. Give me some salt and some pepper. Heavy on the pepper. Oh, TC say it's official. She'll let y'all know the date of the fish fry. All right. McConnell say Richie's whack. But ain't they all closed? Or are some of them still on? McConnell says Richie's is not black on. I didn't think it was, but I wasn't sure. Jason says I wasn't hip to the spot until she moved. Oh, okay. I just happened to be driving by and seeing hella old black people standing outside. So I knew he knew he was about to eat good. Okay. Um, the one next to Zip's Car Wash. Okay, not familiar with Zip's Car Wash. Richie's is black owned. I used to work there. Okay. White rice is essential for croquettes. Yes. Yes, it is. But yeah, I eat that. If Mrs. Livingston made salmon croquettes every day, I would eat salmon croquettes every day. I like salmon croquettes. Anthony says it's a remoulade sauce. Remoulade. I think it's remoulade, ain't it? Okay, I see it. So, however it's pronounced. Daryl says that Alabama Georgia syrup, the nastiest syrup I think probably known to man. Alaga. That's the nastiest syrup. I always hated it. My daddy would buy that sometimes. Like we would buy, my mama would always go, because there was 6 of us kids. So my mama would always go to Kroger and buy Bob White syrup. It didn't come in a syrup bottle. It came in like a big, just round bottle. And it was a big jug of it. It was thick, but it wasn't that bad. And if you put it on some hot pancakes, it was good. It was good. Now if you let them pancakes cool off, you're in trouble. But you put it on some hot pancakes, it was good. I remember the first time I ever had, and I had to be like 12. The first time I ever had like Miss Butterworth or one of them kind of thin syrups. Because they used to do their commercials like, oh, this syrup is so thick. And, you know, show the syrup coming out in slow motion. And I always thought, you know, Bob White syrup, you know, thick like that. And first time I ever had some like Miss Butterworth or something like that, and that stuff was so thin and runny. I was like, this ain't thick, but that was a good thing. Cause man, that Bob White syrup, I remember it was called Bob White. That was the name of it. But every once in a while, my daddy would buy the syrup, and he would buy that daggone Alaga. And it don't matter what you put that on, it's nasty. Just the taste of the syrup is nasty. No, I'll pass on that. I'll pass on that. If he brought home Bob White syrup, which is actually funny that I'm saying this, because of what Lincoln said to me a few days ago. But if Daddy brought home Alaga, I just put apple butter on my pancakes. And I don't know about nobody else. I always liked apple butter. I always liked apple butter. Apple butter was delicious. Put that apple butter on them pancakes and eat them. Yeah, it's better than some Alaga. Diane says she grew up on Caro syrup and golden griddle. I didn't even think Caro was like for actually eating. I thought Caro syrup was for like cooking with. I didn't think it was to actually eat. People actually put that stuff on their pancakes. I always thought that was for cooking with. I don't know what you would cook with it, but everybody talking about apple butter on toast. Apple butter on, I tell you what I used to do. I don't know how we always get the food. I don't know. Apple butter and don't hate me, okay? Don't hate on me. Peanut butter and apple butter sandwiches was delicious to me. Peanut butter and apple butter sandwiches were delicious. Jeannie says, I've never eaten apple butter. Apple butter is good. Hold on. Little baby, you ever ate apple butter? Why you trying to ignore me, but you can't hold your smile back? Have you ever ate apple butter? Little baby, little baby, little baby. All right, I'm gonna leave you alone. You can't hold your smile back. I'm gonna leave you alone. You ever ate apple butter? Have you ever eaten apple butter? I don't think she's ever had apple butter. Angela says, I ate peanut butter and apple butter. That was good. That was good. Ross, I'm sorry. Say, bro, you still eat nasty stuff. My diet is messed up. That's true. That's true. I'm a manker eater. I'm gonna go buy some apple butter. I haven't had apple butter since I was a kid. I'm gonna go buy some apple butter. Janice, don't be criticizing my English. I speak the King's English, the King of Talk. And that's just as valuable as the other King's English. Tried nut butter. I don't know what that means coming from you, Ross. I don't know. Coming from you, that could mean anything. Hold on, Janice. Let me try to fix it. Tell me if I'm correct. Little baby, have you ever eaten apple butter? Have you ever tasted apple butter? Do you know what apple butter is? Huh? Do you? Don't be trying to move. I can touch you. Get your feet off of me. Get your feet off of me. Was that better? Um, oh, her mommy here now. Oh, she fine. She ain't bothering nobody. Yeah, but she ain't bothering nobody. My daughter said hello. Y'all about to leave? All right. No, no, no. That's fine, little baby. Come on, hurry up. I ain't got all day waiting to hug you. I ain't gonna tickle you today. I'm not. I promise. Why you all up there? Come on. You better hurry up and get this hug in. Give it to me. All right. See you later. Be careful. I love you too. All right. Oh, the people said hi. All right. So she's gone. Great. I I hug her really hard. I force her to hug me really hard. We've been practicing it since she was old enough to understand. And I'd be like, squeeze it tight. So now we compete to see who can hug who the hardest, even though I could crush her like a grape. But I always like to let her know she won or let her believe she won. Janice says, growing up, we always had apple butter. Yeah, apple butter was good. Um, Apple butter, apple jelly. I'm just trying to think of the stuff I used to put on pancakes. Apple butter, apple jelly, um, syrup, of course. That's really about it. That's really about it. Let's see. Y'all, I don't really have anything else to discuss with y'all. What I don't have anything else to discuss with y'all. James says brown apple sauce. Whoa. I guess that's one way to look at apple butter. That's one way to look at apple butter. I'm gonna go buy some apple butter. Mama used to get a dozen biscuits from Popeyes, then get some Delta syrup and mix in a little melted butter. Huh. I don't know what Delta syrup is. That must be a Texas thing. Kenny says apple jelly fire. Yeah, TC, I don't know what Delta syrup is either. I think that's about a Texas thing. Best jelly though that I ever tasted is my grandmama and them. My grandmama and them, my dad and all of them. They used to make her and my aunts every time when we would visit Alabama. Not every time, but a lot of times when we visit Alabama, they would go and they would make jelly. I don't exactly know what they made it out of because it was just the women thing. It was just the woman thing. But they used to make jelly, and it was the most delicious jelly ever. And if I can convince, that's what I'm gonna call my aunts. I'm gonna convince them to teach me how to make jelly. Cause it was the best. And they used to all the girls, they would go in there and they would make jelly. And then we would bring home like a case of that homemade jelly. Because they would make the jelly, but they would put this stuff on the top of it that would get it was like wax. but it wasn't wax. Maybe it was wax. But they would put the stuff on the top and it would get hard. And oh, but man, we would go through that whole case of jelly. Felt like in like a week, even though I know it wasn't, but it felt like it. I don't know what they made. It wasn't grape. I mean, I'm certain they could have made it out of any fruit. I don't know what fruit they made it out of. It had like a red. It was reddish. A bright. I say bright red. That make it sound too. But it was a nice red color. But it was delicious. I go to Jungle Gyms from time to time, and I'll get their homemade. They have well, they used to. I ain't been there in a long time. They used to have a section where they made homemade jelly, where they sold homemade jelly, and you can get all different kind of flavors. I don't mess with a whole lot of flavors, but I'll get cherry jelly, which is really good. I'll get like plum jelly. All of the fruit. I don't do preserves. I don't do preserves because that got, fruit and stuff in it. I don't do preserve. Again, it's a texture thing. My jelly got to be jelly. I don't mess with no preserves. They even had a strawberry jelly that didn't have like the little seeds in it. Cause I don't do them little seeds. They don't feel right in my mouth. So I don't mess with them. Kenny say still there. Okay. But yeah, I would go and get the homemade jelly from their section. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Anything else? Yeah, I don't mess with jam. I don't mess with jam. It's got to be jelly. It's got to be jelly, not jam, not preserves. Jelly. Yeah, I do have to go though. And I'll explain. I haven't eaten anything today. I woke up today. I didn't eat anything. Then, I took myself a nice long bath, long hot bath. Felt so good. Then I got out and I was like, oh, I'm about to go to the dentist. Don't ask me why. In my mind, I don't eat before I go to the dentist. I don't want stuff all in my teeth. And I feel like even if I brush my teeth and use my water pick and all that stuff, I'm going to still have some residue left over. So I don't eat when I go to the dentist. And then I came home and then came right down here. So I have not eaten today. And Mrs. Livingston, this is another one of my favorite things. Mrs. Livingston, she had a meeting. I don't know, I think in Columbus or something. But she called me and she said, I'm on my way home. She said, I'm about to stop at this last Hardee's. Do you want anything? She know what I get from Hardee's. I get that mushroom Swiss burger. Now, they changed the bun. They put it on like a sweet bun. I don't like that. So I get the mushroom Swiss burger on sesame seed bun. So I had her bring me 2 of those. So I got 2 of those that I got to heat up, and that'll be breakfast. And then, I'll probably eat some leftovers because I cooked last night. So I'll eat some leftovers from last night, and that'll be dinner probably at about 9 o'clock. So I do have to get ready to get out of here. Call Yvonne. She'll bring you a hot fried bologna sandwich. Look, don't hate on fried bologna. I will still I can't think of the last time I ate bologna. But I will eat. I like bologna. I will eat a bologna sandwich. Fried up. Give me some fried bologna with some mustard. Mustard is my favorite condiment. Give me some fried bologna with some mustard. Cheese optional. I'm good. Like, I'm good. So yeah, I don't hate on that. Eat on air. Lincoln does no. No, I will not be. I will not be doing that. I will not be doing that. If you ever watched him eat, I don't want to get off on that. He sucks his food. He sucks it. He don't. It's almost like he not chewing. He sucks his food. It's horrible. It's a horrible sight to behold. I don't know. Brent says at Uncle Lou's Chicken in Memphis, they sell a thick cut fried bologna sandwich with barbecue sauce on it. It's good. I believe that. I believe that. Jerica says we need a meet and greet for the experimenters. I might work on that. Used to eat fried bologna as an after school snack. I like fried bologna. I do. All right, y'all. I had to get out of here. I got to go eat. And then relax a little bit before I eat again. So I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me. Even though I was late, which is, that's me being on so late today. I appreciate y'all coming and, hanging out with me. I know I've been inconsistent, but things just have been coming up. And, I got stuff I got to do, stuff I got to take care of. But I still be thinking about y'all. Turn your notifications on. If you, on YouTube or on Facebook. I don't even know if they got notifications on Twitch and Twitter. But turn your notifications on. Because sometimes I be so busy, I don't get a chance to type no experiment today. So that way, when I come on, you get a notification, hopefully, that I came on. But I'll try to be better about letting y'all know when I'm not going to come on. But I appreciate y'all's support. I got to get out of here. It's been fun. I appreciate y'all. And until next time, it's been the Afternoon Experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm out, y'all. Peace.